Hello, my name is Jackie. I am a fellow Floridian, mother of four, and we have chosen FLVS Flex as our school option for all of my kids. I have second grade, fourth grade, that's the elementary FLVS Flex, and I also have a sixth grader and an eighth grader, middle school FLVS Flex. So if you're with FLVS full-time, this isn't a video for you, but maybe you're curious or want to know more. By all means, hang around. For the rest of us, FLVS has changed their curriculum this year, and it's been a little bit of a roller coaster and rocky road, but I love this solution for our family. You can be a homeschooler, or we call it we school in the home, because we have also a private school that we are under for our covering. So FLVS 2019 kindergarten through fifth grade flex. Right now it's the spring semester. So if you're watching this video and it's the fall semester, I'm not sure if things are going to change again. But currently things have changed. So August 2018, they rolled out a new curriculum. It is absolutely amazing. When I first saw it, I didn't know what to do. I was completely overwhelmed. I gave them my feedback along with many other parents who saw problems and came up with some solutions, and the school wonderfully listened to us, as well as their own IT department and curriculum designers. They looked at it and said, yes, this is appropriate, this is not appropriate, this is a better way. The main thing really was the dashboard and interface. There's so much resources right at our fingertips with this school option. That's why I really love it, because we travel and I don't have access to an English library all the time, or even just a library in general, to get books, to have practice, to have all this other enrichment. There's so many different websites out there and web software applications that you have to pay for. Well, let my school pay for it. And for me, it's free. FLVS is free to Florida residents, as well as military people around the world, if you will. So again, talk to them more about the various options. So I just kind of have this how-to. This is a how-to, and I want to say keep it simple, because I know myself, I can overwhelm myself and be too much. So with the curriculum, they've rolled it out, and they've fixed some bugs, and they've adjusted some ways that they do things. And I want to go through the new stuff. The teachers have wonderfully already shared some videos on how to, but I like to share my videos from a parent perspective, especially a parent with two children registered with the K-5. All right, here we are. You may or may not know, but there is a parent login versus a student login. The student login will have a vertical menu on the side. It says, I believe, my classes, and then teacher, assessments, lessons, assessments, my grades, and email, and so forth. So that's going to be the vertical menu on the left side, and that again will be, you will know you're in the student account login. That's where you can submit work, read and reply to the emails, and it'll check it off as read. Here in the parent login, I'll put my face down here, there's a black bar across the top. Now for middle school, if you're watching this, middle school, that's normal. The black bar across the top is for student and for parents. So don't be, middle school and high school, don't be confused. I'm talking about kindergarten through fifth. There is a difference. There will be a white menu bar over here, and I'm not going to log in as my student to show that right now. I am in second grade, not me, but my student is, and this is her page. So this is language arts. Now to go to different courses or classes up here. So she has Spanish, social studies, science, math, language arts. So I'm going to leave this as it is for now. This is pretty much the same for the four core classes: language arts, social studies, math, and science. Those are the four core classes. You can also choose technology, PE, Spanish, and art. Pretty cool. And so you have all these options, and I'm going to again just stay right here in language arts, because with language arts, social studies, math, and science, it's pretty much the same interface, more or less. There is a little difference, especially with the different grades. My fourth graders have a little adjustment. Each grade has a instructional lead who kind of is the top of the leadership for it. And so every grade may be a little bit different, but more or less the same. So what's different? In my old videos, I think I've closed a lot of them out from 2018 fall semester because things had changed so much and they're pretty much obsolete and irrelevant now. The weekly planner was something that I didn't like, that I liked it. Now I'm still learning it again. And so let's do that right now. Let's go ahead and click on the weekly planner and we'll show you what pops up. I'm going to slide my face over here. It's called the Flipbook now. And there's pros and cons to it, but let's just look at the pros, okay? Let's really stay on a positive note here moving forward with our school. So as I click on the Flipbook, these are actually interactive. So I'm going to put my face over here and make it shrink it. Hope that's working in the video. So right now it's kind of small. I mean, I don't have that bad eyes, but it's pretty small. So I'm in a Chrome browser on a Windows machine. So as I hit Control, I'm going to click in my browser, just click right there, Control plus, it's going to blow it up, Control plus, 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 plus. Okay, that blows it up, and you can really see it now. All right, if you're just now starting with Flex, which is the beauty of it, you can start anytime throughout the year now. All 12 months, wherever you want to start. When you start a course, you have 16 weeks to complete it. So whenever you start, that's your start date. And if you want 2 weeks off, then you have 18 weeks to complete it, and you can pick your 2 floating weeks. Make sure you message your teacher to say, this is our floating week or our vacation week, and we are going to not hand anything in. So with this, you can see this would be segment 1, week 1. So segment for us old schoolers, it's kind of like semester 1. If you're just starting, this is where you start. If you're already in segment 1, you just hit this little arrow here and it flips you, okay? But let's go back to the beginning, and what I like here is I'm going to skip to segment 2 because that's what we just started, segment 2 here in January. My daughter is doing week 1. Actually, she just already finished, so we're in week 2 already. So as you go here, look at the front. The first box is lessons to read. Next one is the pages that you'll put in your, they call your evidence binder. For those who are doing home education with the letter of intent, you will need to keep a portfolio for most counties. You need to talk with your county and see if that pertains to you. If so, these are the suggested worksheets for you to keep. Submit for your grades. We are with a private umbrella. I do not need to keep a portfolio in any way, shape, or form. So we pretty much just focus on what to submit for grades. Let me go back. For some reason, I guess when I click on it, the whole thing flips. And the back arrow works, and the front arrow works. It didn't yesterday, so I let them know and they fixed it right away. Our school is amazing. It's awesome. Exempted assessment. So when they made the curriculum, they went ahead and just modeled it after middle school and high school with like a pre-test and discussion-based assessments and things like that. Some of it will and will not be appropriate for the kindergarten through 2nd versus the 3rd grade through 5th grade. So they now what's called exempt assignments. So the pre-tests are now all exempt. Most of the DBAs may or may not be. It just depends on your class, your teacher. Again, communicate with your teacher. They should be your best friend by all means. So here we are. Down here, it reminds you about class time. Class time is, I would say, optional, but highly recommended, and you are required to comply with this using this curriculum. You do need to do 2 classes per segment live. So what you do is you attend the live segment, a live class, and then in your grade book, you'll go down to a collaboration and submit that you attended this class, this day. Excuse me. You learned this, and you have these questions, you know, just kind of for enrichment. Again, talk to your teacher on what those requirements are. So one thing that's really awesome is here I am. Let's go back to week 2. There we are. So I want to go right to the lesson. I can just click right here, and it takes me straight to the lesson. Here we go. You can see it pop up. And you can flip up here. These arrows take you page by page. So if I didn't use the Flipbook, what do we do? All right, real quick. It's all blown up. Ever since I blew up the Flipbook, everything's big now. Let me go back down a couple of percentages here. Click on the top, and then again, we'll stay in language arts. After that, in the kids, there'll be that vertical menu. Click Lessons. But if you're in the parent view, you'll click Lessons up here. And you get the same view. So we're going to pop in here and see Lessons. Now, the trick about this one is you have to know what segment, module, to me is like a unit, and then lesson. So my student is in 703. So we're going to go to 7 this way, module 703, lesson 3. There we go. See, it's the same thing. But I did all those clicks to get there. So isn't this Flipbook amazing? It took me right there with one click. So I go to the Flipbook. Let's say we're ready for 705. Boom, click it. It's taking me right there. I don't have to go to lessons. I don't have to go to module. I don't have to go to just, it's awesome. And even more awesome because all my different subjects are here. Let's move on down to math. Skip to segment 2, skip to week 2. And again, here we are. This is the lesson. This is printouts for your practice pages for your binder, and submit a grade. So let's click on the 906 so you can see what this looks like. Let's say we just want to focus on what we're handing in. Let me just close some windows here. It's going to pop up as a PDF. There you go. Evolve and solve. So I go over here and click the print button and I print it and I'm done. And I close it. And then let's see the next one, a module assessment. Okay, we'll be back. And then if I want to print, so if I want to print for the week, I go in here, click, 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 print, 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 and I'm done. And I can print this Flipbook so I have a checklist so I can keep track of where my student is. So let's say math, we're ahead, so I can go, I'll be on math week 9, social studies maybe week 2 or 3, and I'd be on language arts. So it depends on what classes you're doing and how your student's pace is. You do need to hand in something every week to stay compliant. So if I click on just the white area, I'm going to hit Control P for printing. It will come up with the print dialog box. Everyone's is different. I have learned for me, I could take this and shrink it to fit my 4 courses, but look how small it is. So honestly, for me, I like the landscape mode. That's where it's horizontal. And I can print 2 on this page and my other 2 core courses on the next page. They have included technology because in the years past, technology was put in with the math and science, and it was part of a core course. It is now an elective. We did not choose it, and so really this doesn't pertain to me. But what's nice is it's there, so if you need to click on it and go check it out as enrichment for your child, that's great. So I just print page 1, and I print page 2, or I don't have to print them, but they're there, and it's great. I like this. So hopefully these tips and tricks to show you how to use this new Flipbook planner for your student is very helpful. All right, going back to let's go to math. Let's go to another subject, and we're going to that subject's home page, or the teacher page, they call it, or the dashboard, or the splash page. Many different words for the same thing. Sorry, my internet's a little slow here. Here we go. So the other thing that's new is class time. So we've gone through the weekly planner. Now let's just check out class time real quick. Class time is, again, live. It is done by a teacher, and it is interactive. But it's also kind of a lecture. You watch a whiteboard, a little slideshow, but you also have the ability, your student has the ability to go to breakout rooms, to raise their hand, answer questions. It's a really good time for your student to be engaged with their teacher as well as classmates. We are in segment 2, so I'm going to click segment 2. Now, I know I started out in math, but one thing again that they're doing is they're kind of keeping all the subjects together just in case it gets confusing or lost. So here we are. Here's the answer key, or the key, if you will, the answers. But the red is language arts. It's at 9 a.m. Eastern time, social studies, math, science, technology. So we're currently still in week 1 of segment 2 for our family. And I'm just making sure it's reminding you here, classes are Tuesdays and Thursdays. Let me see, I don't know what I clicked on. Let me go ahead and click on week 1 with the star. Here we go. Let me move my face. I'll put it over here on this guy. All right, so again, it's a reminder that language arts is at 9 and it tells you what they're working on for the week. Down here, it says, click here for class time if you're in the following homeroom. So my daughter's teacher is Miss Pippin. So this is what we'd click on to go to the class. This is the Blackboard Collaborate. If you do not have the Blackboard launcher installed, you'll need to install that. It'll prompt you if you don't. If you do have it installed, I highly suggest you also make sure it's updated. Let me just check that real quick. On the Windows, I click on the Windows down here, Blackboard Collaborate Launcher. It's going to pop up a small box soon. Just making sure. There we go. I have 2 windows. Let me pull it over. There we go. Click on Advanced. Click Clear Cache. That really helps with any issues. Check for updates. And I'll pull this window open. I've got, again, 2 monitors. And it says, I'm up to date. And that's good because sometimes you may have an issue going into the class and you need to know. So the way you log in, is you do last name, comma, first name. So that's clicked in there. Anyways, last name, comma, space, first name for your student. That's how you'll get into your classes. Closing that. All right, well, there you go. So Monday, Tuesday, you have classes. I'm not sure why this is not here, so maybe there's nothing for social studies on Tuesday. Looks like Thursday's a really full day for all the classes. And again, you'll click on this and you'll be in your class. So there's that. So weekly planner updated to a Flipbook. Class time has been blended. So many classes will be together because, again, based on their experience of last semester, they had pros and cons to the format, so they have the new format. Let me just go over a few more things in case you don't know. There are the skill builders, so specifically for math, here's the skill builder. But the best thing ever, honestly, is, where is it? The Media Center. Click on this. It is beautiful. Look at this. Watch. It is a Google slide. Ta-da! This is why I'm getting my money's worth, which is free. The Follett is basically an online library. Learning A to Z is libraries based on your child's grade level. Dreambox, same thing, but it's with math. Storia is more books and reading. Flowcabulary, I can't explain it other than it's just pretty darn awesome. It's like teaching tool with singing. And then Squiggle Park. It is for the lower grades, for their kindergarten through second, I believe, for the language arts enrichment. So this is beautiful. You should come in here. You should check it out. There are more extra practice. There's more challenge toolkit. This is new as well as the homeroom. There's a breakfast bunch, your DBA. This is where your teacher's homeroom Blackboard is. So I'll click on it to show you. So again, it's the Blackboard. Blackboard has different classrooms. So this is why it's important that they have broken this out, because in the past it was kind of like, well, I don't know how to go see my teacher and things like that. Well, here, you know where. Second grade resources, let's click on that and see if they've upgraded that. I hadn't checked yet, so who knows what I'm getting to. There we go. Newsletters, there's a monthly newsletter, a supply list, and much more. Welcome videos. That's really actually very helpful, especially this year with a lot of new stuff going on. All right. Well, again, my name is Jackie. I'm just a fellow parent. I don't work with FLVS. I don't work with the Department of Education. I don't work with even our private school. I don't work with anything in education in Florida. So for your purposes to know. If you have any questions, please comment below. It will help fuel my future videos. I just like to share the information because it's no fun doing this alone. Like my channel or whatever you call it, and click the bell to get notifications, and what is it called? Share, like, subscribe. You know, all those fun things. And so other than that, I just am here to support and encourage you unconditionally as, again, a fellow parent. I have 4 kids, so I get it. It's crazy. We have to simplify it. Oops, here it is. Keep it simple. All right. Well, thank you for listening to me ramble, and I hope there's some tip or trick in here that's going to help you. Bye-bye.